Hey everyone, so I know it's been a little bit. I think it was like a month ago. I posted the announcement video for Krakua and Toa Helrix, which I thought both would be done relatively soon, but I was wrong, as it is a month later. But yeah, I finally have at least one of those figures to show you today, and that is going to be Krakua, Toa of Sonics. So story-wise, he was a Dematoran, or a Matoran of Sonics, living on the Trincrom Peninsula, and he caught the attention of the Order of Mata Nui, specifically Helrix, which it's kind of cool. I'm building them both at the same time since they have a little bit of a connection. And so basically the Order of Mata Nui arranged for him to become a Toa of Sonics. Later on, he would be like a servant to them, and during the wartime with the Brotherhood of Makuta, things became serious enough that they actually broke their code of involving Toa because it would like mess up their destinies and stuff. But they actually broke that code and allowed Krakua to become a full member, as you see him here, for the Order of Mata Nui. Now, set-wise, he was actually built with a different mask. Let me see if I can pull off. I'm going to talk about this mask a bit in a second. He was actually built with a How, Tahu's mask. And that's because even though in story he has a Suletu, the Suletu design didn't actually exist at the time because it was a 2005 building competition. The final fan model was done by John Dexter. And so anyway, he ended up using the How. But of course in story, it's not even like a How-shaped Suletu because the mask powers rely on like, you know, the Kanoka discs, not really the shape of them, but it's not even that. Literally in story, it's an inorganic Suletu. The reason I say inorganic is because the only Suletu we ever got was with Kongu and Aika, and Kongu and Aika has an organic mask just like the rest of the Anika. So this that I have right here is an inorganic version of this mask right here with the colors to match Krakua. So I'm really happy I got this, because it's more accurate than the inorganic, and it's definitely more accurate than the How. So, as you can see right here, the rest, everything else, matches the canon figure. Only difference is the mask. Now, since this is a fan model, just like Helrix, which I'll be hopefully reviewing soon, there's some differences from like real sets. Real sets where you normally have good sturdy builds and, you know, lots of posability and everything, it's not as much so in the fan models. Fan models are meant to look good for pictures, and he certainly does that. I really think he does. But, I don't know, looking around, so just going over the articulation, because this is a rather unique figure, and I'm sure a lot of you want to see what it's like, since it's kind of hard to build them. You have to find the pieces yourself. Looking at the articulation, he can swivel his head all the way around. He can't raise and lower it. In order to do that, you'd have to, like, bend him back. At the shoulders, they go out, they go all the way up, they can go all the way around. And this is an example of some of the unusual ways they do things. On the elbows, I believe this is actually an illegal connection, but I've seen it used a lot. So the way the elbow works is like this. It's really tight. The range isn't that great, but it's really tight, and it can go all the way around like that. So that's how it works there. The hands, there's an attachment right here at the wrist. And then if you pop this out, it's a Mata hand, so you can move that all around too. One way he actually does have more articulation is he has it at the waist. So he can spin 360 degrees at the waist, which is really cool. While we're talking about the hands, we can also talk about the sword. And the sword is like this tube piece, and the way it's attached, you can actually move it back and forth like that. So, you know, more poses there. The reason you can see is falling over, it's because it's really fragile. It's a fan model. So, not as great as normal things. It sure does look cool though. The legs, they can go all the way up here. So there's a lot of range of motion there. You can bend at the knees. And then at the ankles, there's a lot too. And because of the way it's attached, you can also stretch them. Posability is really good. It's just not standard, which is why I went over it. Now, like I was talking about, there are some more unusual areas. I'd go really waist, that comes apart really easily. These wiggle around a lot. Something that wiggles a lot is this torso thing in the middle. That's kind of a big problem. It also wiggles further in, but you can't really see that. But yeah, most of the time when he's just on the shelf, and if you just want to pose him, he works really well. And he looks really cool, so I'm super happy with him. But yeah, that's basically Krakua. Only difference really from the original thing is the mask. Also, real quick, I'm gonna show you what he looks like from behind because I didn't really go over that. There's a Wanua foot right there, and you can see there's some exposed axles on the back. You're never really gonna see those. But yeah, that's pretty much him. And for the people who actually did stick around this far, because I know this is a lot longer than my normal videos, I'm actually gonna go back real quick and I want to show a preview for Helrix. Okay, and I'm back because I have no editing skills. But yeah, here we go. So we're gonna move Krakua off to the side and show you how Helrix is going. This is her. I don't want to go into specifics because I'd rather leave that for the Helrix video. Let me see if I can get the light to shine a bit better. But yeah, she's on her way. She's missing the leg armor. She's missing a hand. And along with everything else I have attached, I also have the shield, which I can't attach because of the hand. One of the fingers, which I can't attach because of the hand. And then these two little axles right here. They're gonna help attach the leg armor. Here's an extra tube. Can't attach because of the hands. I'm waiting on a shipment from Hungary, which means it's taking a while to get here. But whenever I get those, I will do a video, and I'm really excited about it too. And along with that, I'll also be doing a video on a more canon version of Helrix, which will be the one going on the shelf. This one, just other than the mask, is really just going to be a review of the underscore doubles version, because sure, people are kind of interested on how that works out. The other one's going to be a lot closer, to the artwork, and I'm excited about both of those. So yeah, new videos are coming up, and that's about it. Bye.